here at Kemble. Looks like another lovely day. Spring might be on its way. November Charlie is all ready to go, and we're going to go and do a bit of flying with Roger and see if we can get all of his differences training on the TB10 sorted out.
60 and 65 and just gently pull up.
That's the man.
Whoops, hello.
Hey, that's perfect. Awesome.
right, and Golf Delta to the checks.
Trim that a little bit.
Thank you. Golf Romeo uniform, Kemble.
God, the power.
Yeah, you might be blocking other aircraft entering North Apron there. Can you just pull over, or is there room for them to get by?
There's your 300 feet AGL. Flaps are up.
Well, you can feel that, can't you?
Yeah. And lower the nose a little bit. Oop. There we go. 7.5 degrees on the pitch.
Tango Oscar on line up, runway 08 hard, surface wind 040, 3 knots, take off. November Charlie Kemble's the basic service, report changing.
Golf November Charlie, basic service, we're report changing.
Thank you, Golf Romeo Tango 08 grass, take off your discretion, the wind is calm. Take off discretion, Romeo Tango.
God, this thing's got some power
Flying's
compared to what I was.
You know, I think the prop overhauls made a difference actually.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh and I were seeing like 1,000 odd feet a minute at the weekend.
Well, we saw that on my
getting
lesson,
that pretty
didn't we?
much
Look,
now,
yeah, got it
aren't
now,
you?
yeah. Crazy.
Oh, no, it's down a bit. You're looking for 85 in the climb. That's it.
Romeo Tango's just on the climb out, just to be aware, we've got
There we go. And we can turn off to the right, can't we?
Follow the Foss way.
That's it. And you've got that as well. So if you fly about that heading there,
On the,
that's it. So if you
oh,
press that little button there, that'll literally centre your heading bug.
Good.
And then wait till that little magenta line hits the middle and then turn to follow it. So that'll slowly start creeping in.
Okay. That's because you've got a different system, haven't you? You've got Garmin. Is it worth changing over to that?
If you're used to Sky Demon, for VFR, I would say stick with it for now, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
The Sky Demon does a really nice job, I think. When you're doing IFR and mixed stuff, and there's definitely some benefits to using Garmin. It's just not quite as nice interface. Like on the other hand, Mike's never used any of these things. So I've said to him, look, just use, go straight to Garmin, and if you really don't like it, try something else, because it all works with the...
Delta 1, line up 08. Delta 1, line up 08.
There we go. Right, we'll get 3,000, won't we?
I think so.
Sierra's the Delta, checks complete, ready for departure.
There's the Foss way.
Yeah.
Kind of drawn to it.
Yeah, you can follow it visually if you like.
It's nice to do
Close
that.
enough, isn't it?
It goes past Cullen Airfield, doesn't it? So
yeah,
it's...
feel free to follow it. So we'll level off at 3,000 and you can practice doing your levelly off stuff.
Here we are. Nice.
So let it accelerate first before you're too quick. So you want it to kind of build to the speed almost that you're expecting as cruise.
Yeah. A little bit of trim.
Trim it, that's it. And now you're close to your cruise speed you'd expect, so now's probably the time to start pulling stuff back.
So 2,100 you said?
So power first, so that's it. No, you're on the right lever, but we're looking for about, call it 20, 21, something like that, so that when we pull the prop back to 23, we'll see the manifold pressure goes up to meters, if you see what I mean. There you go. And now you just need to probably add a little bit of throttle to get 23, 23. There you go, done. Bish, bash, bosh.
Right, isn't it? I've got it on here anyway.
That's it.
A little extra.
Oh, brilliant.
Just in case.
That's it. And then we'll follow the Foss way down.
Alpha November Charlie, brace read up, passing message.
Golf India November Charlie is a TB10 with 2 POB, currently overhead caution. We're at an altitude of 3,000 feet on 1022 hectopascals.
Golf November Charlie, Squawk 3737, Bryce Clinic 1023, basic service, and request where you're routing to, please.
I couldn't understand a word of that.
Do you want me to take it?
Please, yeah.
Squawking 3737 with 1023 Golf November Charlie, and we're currently just overhead Wadswick, routing towards Cologne. We're going to be doing some general handling, not towards Cologne, apparently, towards Wroughton, and we'll be doing some general handling between 3,000 and 4,000 feet en route.
What pressure?
November Charlie, that's copied.
What pressure did you say?
1023, so it's just one more. Okay, do you reckon we can get another couple of 100 feet?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
do you want to do a climb just to below this cloud base for me?
Nice sort of cruise climb.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Just so we're going to do, that's it.
First.
Golf Papa Lima Sport, Constituency, and free call Gloucester 133.
Nice, well done.
Gloucester 128.555.
Let's get us high enough for stalling.
Yeah, just, we're not going to do anything too radical, but yeah, just do a 3.5, won't it? So if you want to level off there, and go for a sort of, you know, our economy cruise, so 20.7 on the manifold, because we need to slow down stalling anyway. That's it, and then 23 on the prop.
Sorry, Tango Hotel, less appreciated, thanks.
That's it, you'll find the map will have climbed a bit, but you can pull the map back a bit. Okay. So, we're clear of Chippenham. So, Hazel checks, and we'll do them together. So, height, we're sufficient to recover.
Yeah,
Don't lose any more.
Golf Uniform Sierra traffic.
Airframe.
2 o'clock, 4 miles, manoeuvre.
We're configured for clean stalling because we're clean, and we don't need to worry about gear, so that's good. Engine.
That's crept up a little bit, actually.
Yeah, engine. You can pull that, just ease that back to 20.7. That's it. Engine, T's and P's all look good. Location, well, we're clear of Chippenham.
Golf Uniform Sierra, that previously called
we're clear of airfields. We're clear of built-up areas because that was Chippenham. We're clear of controlled airspace. The nearest is Bristol, which is just off to that side, but that's the stub, and that's 1,000 feet above us. And we're clear of danger areas, so that's good.
Which is going to be all the way down at Torture Plain, isn't it?
That's it. So we could do a 360-degree lookout turn from here. So if you want to turn left for me, back onto this heading.
Nothing around.
Yeah. So if we roll out there.
For line up anyway.
So before we do any stalling, just for the recovery, because obviously this is simulated, let's move the prop up to max, because we're going to need that for the recovery.
Yeah.
And we'll ease the power back. So all the way back on the power. And just maintain that altitude, and the airspeed is obviously going to bleed off. And we'll whop the car beat on as well now. And pitch forward, that's it. There you go.
That was enough down, was it?
It's not bad, that's pretty good though. So we'll do so that's fine. So just put the car beat off as well. That's it. And then just climb us back up to 3.5. That's fine. So we'll do another clean stall, and this time, rather than a full stall, because what you're going to do in real life, obviously, is you get the stall warner, you want to be recovering. So what we're going to do is we'll go to 3.5.
Yeah.
And what I want you to do on this one is maintain the 3.5. As soon as you get the chirp of the stall warner, recover for me, and it really will be just a little pitch down, and you'll probably lose no altitude at all in the stall at all.
Okay.
Okay, so if we do, let's just do just do a turn to the left and then a turn round to the right for me, just so we can clear in both directions.
Rise radar, this is Golf Tango Oscar, Security Golf Tango Oscar.
Plane over there.
Cool. Okay, if you just come like 10 left, so there's a built-up area down here, and then we're sort of clear of all the built-up stuff, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ease the power all the way back.
Copy on.
And power all the way back, that's it. And just maintain 3.5.
Golf Tango Hotel, surface wind 040, 9 knots, and report on the ground.
Thanks so much for the wind.
And just remember it's carb heat and then power.
Yeah.
Because we'll break the stall just by pitching down. Pitch down just a little bit, that's it. There we go. Nose on the horizon, look, you've barely lost anything, have you?
That's all right, actually, isn't it?
Perfect. Okay, so I guess we will go. Let's go. And there you go, you can power back to like 20 or something. There we go.
Till my hand's gone numb. It's like, oh.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're doing the, yeah, climb up to 3.5 again.
Yeah.
And while we're doing that, if we turn basically onto west, that'll take us out away from all these built-up bits to Swindon and stuff.
Wait then.
Yeah, cool. And that gives us a nice little clearing turn as we come round.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, if you now, there you go, you're all good?
Get my hand back together.
That's it. So, get the power back to like 18 inches so it starts to slow down so that we can get the flap out. Takes the slow, shall we?
Put my feet on the brakes, shall I?
Once it's actually built up speed, it doesn't like to get rid of it, does it?
Okay, so flaps down to...
Just to the takeoff position.
So 1 and 2 and 3 and...
A little bit more, a squidge more, that's it, that's flaps takeoff. Okay, and now we'll bring the power, so maintaining level flight, because remember we're pretending we're on the final approach turn, so
yeah,
we're not going to be climbing, so ease the power back now to whatever, call it 13 inches maybe is what you'd be doing in that turn probably. And then we'll just do a turn to the left, maintaining altitude. It's clear on the left, we've got line in there we can see.
Turning to the left.
And as soon as we get the stall warner, recover.
So I lost about 200 feet.
That's a non-event, isn't it?
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
There we go, and flaps can come up again.
1 and 2 and 3, that's up.
She's very benign, isn't she?
Yeah, which is good.
Which is exactly what you want. Okie dokie wokely, so now we just need to do it in the landing configuration. So we'll go up to 3.5 again.
Yeah.
This is where it becomes, it's more of a challenge because we've got this there's no positions on the flap selector.
No.
So obviously what you're going to be wanting to do is get rid of drag flap. But don't be in a hurry to get rid of drag flap because this has got enough power, it'll fly level and it will even climb with landing flap out. So we'll go through it in like really stage by stage because if you're in a stall in the landing configuration close to the ground, you don't want to be rushing and making things worse. So all we'll do is as soon as you get the stall warner, you'll just pitch forward, which will pretty much be level flight, full power, and get yourself stable. Even if you're only going up at 100 feet a minute, you're not stalling and going towards the ground.
Sure.
Then you can go, okay, I'm happy now. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 on the flaps. That'll probably be a take-off position, and then start to pitch up for your climb attitude.
Okay.
So let's just, because we've been talking, let's do a 360 to the right.
Thought that would come.
And we'll keep a little eye out if we go round to the right. I'll keep a good lookout for traffic. And you know where we are, we're basically sitting overhead Lynham, so...
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's perfect.
118.
So when we're doing the recovery, we're going to put carpet on for this landing.
So we'll do carpet. So we'll do carpet. Obviously, carpet on when we've got low power set.
Yeah.
And then your first action is obviously carpet throttle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So if you bring the power, yeah, you can pretty much come all the way back on the power, can't you now?
All the way to down.
Yeah,
nothing.
pretty. Yeah, just get it slowed down. So that'll do 16. That'll do. Go carpet on. We're waiting to go below 95. There we go, so we can go flaps takeoff. In fact, you can run them all the way to landing flap, actually. Yeah, all the way to landing flap.
The way it lurches forwards, isn't it?
Yeah. And then what we'll do is come back to whatever, 12, like right off the power, as if he's kind of like you're coming into land.
Okay,
and you just kind of, you're overstretching the glide.
More power.
Just pull back a little bit more. It'll take a while to get it. It's, you know, with the landing flap out, it really doesn't want to stall.
Feels sloppy now.
Yeah, sloppy controls. There we go.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
That's it. Now, obviously, we'd be waiting until, that's it, so you've got to get the right speed, that's it. And we're waiting until we get a positive rate of climb. Okay, there's a positive rate of climb. You're in your kind of, you can pull up, pitch up a bit more because we're trying to climb away. That's it, and you can bring the flaps up.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
And there we go.
There we go.
We're climbing away from our little incident with the ground. There we go. That's all happy days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very benign.
It is, isn't it?
I
think the worst one was the Cessna.
Yeah.
Once 52, it just went...
Yeah, they just want to do something else. Right, I guess we can level it off there, can't we?
Okay.
Because we want to go back to Kemble. Okay, we've been flying bang on 30 minutes, so that was good timing. So if you want to put the fuel pump on, we'll just change the tanks over.
Okay.
Okay. That's a really nice, I'll show you that, that's a really nice feature. So you always get this clock timer here.
Yeah.
And it always tells you, well, what your departure time was. So it goes, when
really
did I exceed a certain speed? And then you've got your trip timer, so you know you've been in the air 30 minutes. It's just there, right, and easy to use.
Okay, so that's in that middle there. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay then, so, oh my god, we're really close, aren't we?
Fairly close. We can do some more, you know, we're not in a hurry, are we? So
No,
if you want to, you know, do a descending turn to the left to give us some space, we'll get ourselves back down to 2,400 or something.
Okay. Which is your favourite plane that you fly though? The DA, something like that?
42. The 42 probably.
Yeah. There's an old airfield around there, isn't there, somewhere?
Blake Hill Farm should be just off to your left.
There.
That's it, you're pretty much on it.
There's did a lot of PFLs over that.
Yeah.
And then wondered what the circle was.
Yeah.
And it's a weird Cold War radio transmitter.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, while we're here, do you want to we'll just have a look at a PFL?
Yeah.
Do you want to see what one looks like?
Go, yeah, sure.
Okay, so we know where we are. Do carpet on, obviously.
Yeah.
And we'll simulate an engine failure. It's not the ideal position.
85 knots.
85 knots, that's it. And we know we took off
that way.
somewhere sort of that way. And I'll run through the checks that we would do in this. So obviously you just go, well, mags are on. We would change the tank. We'd try the carpet. All the power's on. In this actually, it says in the manual that you would go mixture lean cutoff and wait for
North
the engine
Sierra,
to start.
traffic believed to be has traffic.
Okay.
I think you're
1
right,
mile.
just mixture there, and
Indication
then you would
1
just
and
try a
2 below.
start on the other tank. Okay, so it's not going to restart,
Yeah,
so
okay.
we would do our Mayday, 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 and tell Bryce that we're landing at Blake Hill Farm.
Traffic flight, Golf Echo Sierra.
And then this brings up
Golf
the
Echo
reality of what I had.
Yeah,
The main thing I kept doing was checking the speed all the time.
that's it, yeah, and it's 85 in this. And it does have the glide performance of a brick. So how are we looking?
There it is there.
Yeah,
So if I go, you said it's like a brick, so I'm going to cut that a little bit short.
yeah, it's not too bad though, so that's it.
Oh, yeah, sunny sun comes up close, isn't it then?
Yeah, but we're definitely assured that we're getting into there, so I'm happy with that. So if you want to go around from there, so carpet away, and full power, and off we go.
Whoa, hello.
That's it.
Expect that to kick in.
There we go, and basically turn, well you're pretty much going west, aren't you? Come another 10 degrees and we'll go actually west, just to keep us clear of all this stuff.
And then hold position, please.
There we go, that'll do, 2,400, perfect for rejoin. And I would come back to 20 inches now, something like that.
Yeah.
Line up 08, Delta 1, Golf Mike Robert.
Golf Delta Echo, late downwind, touch and go 08 graph.
Delta Echo, roger, port final, the grass is unavailable at the minute, stand by with that.
Roger, Golf Delta Echo.
There you go.
Yeah.
4 miles to the south, aren't we, pretty much? Oh, we can see it.
From Echo, thanks, you want to continue?
Kemble information, this is Golf India Alpha November Charlie. Request for join information, we are 4 miles to the south.
Alpha Yankee, Delta 1, line up 08, thank you. Bloody off. Somebody rejoining.
Golf India Alpha November Charlie, request rejoin information, we're 4 miles to the south.
India Alpha November Charlie with 08 right hand, QFE 1008.
1008, can we actually have the QNH please, and it's 08 right hand.
08 right hand, 1023.
1023 Golf November Charlie, thank you.
Alpha Yankee, runway 08, take off your discretion,
Right then.
wind calm.
Okay. You can probably start out here doing your before landing checks, just do your bump fitches out here. And
Great surface carriage, Rich is rich. Fuel pumps on, landing light is, which one's the landing one again?
the far, the pointy one, not the wide one.
Right, so
That's
pointing
it.
eyes at them, yeah. Landing light, carriage, rich is rich, fuel pump on, landing light on, car heat on, hatches and harnesses are done up.
Yeah.
And
We've
the
got
engine
all
all looks alright.
We've got all our landing information.
Yeah.
And I would come back now, definitely to like that 20-ish. You're trying to get down below, I guess, 100 knots, something like that.
Yeah.
Golf Mike Bravo Kemble, for basic service, report changing on route.
Golf Victor India.
Now the other thing you can do while we're here, so you see now we're going to Kemble. It's got this visual thing.
Golf Apple Fox,
If I press visual,
Yeah.
visual 08,
Yeah.
08 hard, touch and go.
it warns you that it's advisory.
Yeah.
That's now giving you a line so you can orientate yourself.
So I'm seeing we've got a green arrow here. Do I need to fly to that blue?
No, so basically it's just giving you a line to just get you. So it will always
I see
keep
it showing the runway
orientation.
Yeah, okay.
It will give you a glide slope as well, which you'll see, but obviously not at this
Should be
point. On this bit here.
Okay.
There you go. I've got the 08 numbers perfectly on my right-hand side now, so you can tell him we're overhead and descending dead side.
Golf November Charlie, overhead descending dead side.
November Charlie, thank you. Report crosswind.
Report crosswind, Golf November Charlie.
That's it. So you can I do left to right, so you just do carpet, then the throttle back, then it cut you, that's the prompts, put the prompt forward now, and then down we go.
Final, the runway is occupied with a vehicle doing
So at 1500, what I tend to do is just pull the carpet off at that point, which immediately gives you a little bit more power and starts your little level off.
Yeah, that works nicely actually, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then you're going to go to, I would say, 18.5 on the manifold.
Golf November Charlie, crosswind.
Golf November Charlie, roger. Put downwind, there's one ahead of you, late downwind.
Report downwind, Golf November Charlie, one late downwind.
Turning en route.
So that's working pretty well. You're inside your flap speed.
Yeah.
You're on your altitude. Looking happy days, huh?
Golf November Charlie, downwind, 08. We landing on
Charlie,
doing
put final one ahead.
We'll go Golf November Charlie, and could we get a couple of circuits? So this one will be a touch and go.
You can indeed, squawk 7010.
7010 Golf November Charlie. You carry on doing your good stuff.
Okay. Great, so the carriage mixture switch. Fuel pumps on, and the lights are on. Half heat.
So you're end of the downwind, and your speed was good, but it's a bit high now. It is good now, so you can go to your flaps.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
Golf Alpha Foxtrot.
Yeah, good.
What's going to have a Victor Golf, readability
before the
5,
houses.
Yeah, noise visibility is coming up there.
And it's 15 and a half, I'll take it
That's
down
it.
to...
15 and a half and let the nose drop.
Golf, Kemble G2 helicopter, 2 POB, we'll just be operating on the southern grass at the Vantage hangar and we'd like road start. Okay, readability 5 with 08 right hand, so QFE 1008.
And he just wanted us to report
and
final, so
start
that's
approved,
good.
report ready to lift.
Then we're looking for that 80,
008 and 80 with the right hand.
83 to 85 really. Turn in. Probably quite high, so you can go landing flat quite early, I reckon.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
That's it.
So right.
Yeah, 1008, roger, thanks, report overhead.
Oh, we are high.
1008, we're good. Golf November Charlie, 08, touch and go discretion, the wind calm.
Golf November Charlie landing. Touch and go. And let's just get this mess sorted out.
Yeah, I think... Let's see, you might want to go around from here actually, Roger. Yeah. I took pretty good practice go around, there we go. So...
Golf November Charlie going around.
November Charlie, thank you, report downwind.
Report downwind, Golf November Charlie.
Okay, so you want to go, so remove the landing flap.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
That's it, cool, that's good. And then just pitch up to get to 1400 feet. That's it.
Golf Delta Sierra Mike Alpha Kemble, readability 5, pass your message.
So I didn't pull enough power back, did I, on that descent there?
Yeah, you were also really tight in the circuit.
Yeah.
So you can go all the flap up now.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
Okay, do you want the grass or the hard?
And when we get to 1400, we'll want to get our power
08 right hand,
back to 18 and a half, because otherwise we're going to catch them.
Taxi Golf 3 for check.
Oh, okay, so I was too close to the runway when I was
Yeah, you
in
were.
the downwind.
Yeah, you were on a microlight circuit in a TB10. There you go. So if you go between these two here, I reckon that'll put you about right. What do you reckon?
This...
Yeah, between that set of hangers and that set of hangers. Let's see. I mean, the aircraft ahead has gone even wider than that, which I think is probably a little excessive. There we go. That looks more like it, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
So, say we wanted to go slowly.
So report.
Yeah, report downwind.
Golf November Charlie, downwind, touch and go 08.
Charlie, port final.
Report final, Golf November Charlie. Alright, sorry.
So speed, check the speed. Yeah, speed's good. So now go flaps takeoff.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
Export running crosswind, there's 2 in.
The plane over there.
Yeah. So that's the one ahead of us. So we've now slowed down. So that should all work from a spacing perspective now.
So this is just like doing the base, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
The
so
same
now,
configuration, really.
yeah, so it's just going to be... I think as well you didn't really let the nose drop the last time.
Yeah.
Right, to me from a spacing perspective. Yeah, because you were basically flying at that village, not looking for that village to turn into, weren't you?
Yeah.
Kemble information, Golf Victor India Charlie Charlie radio check.
So they're about to turn final. There we go. So if you bring your power off nose down and turn at the same time.
Foxtrot 08, touch and go discretion, the wind is calm.
Touch and go, Golf Alpha Foxtrot.
Okay, so they're touch and
Golf
go, so
between
that's
you, Charlie,
good.
Charlie, Kemble information, readability 5, that's your message.
Bit less power, I would say. Probably more like...
The instructions for local flight.
Yeah.
Duration 1 hour. Over.
Try even a little bit less. Try like 13 and a half. You want
Charlie,
to be...
Charlie, Roger, then 08 right hand, 1023 is the QNH.
Yeah, a lot lower.
Delta to the North Apron for your checks.
Yeah, it's looking a bit more like it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only when we got to here when, bloody hell, it's really high.
Yeah, he wants you to report final, and then you can get your flaps down.
Golf November Charlie, final 08, touch and go.
Charlie, traffic climbing away to remain, runway 08, touch and go your discretion, the wind is calm.
Golf November Charlie.
And then hold it all the way back. You don't need to count it to get to full flap. That's full flap. There we go. Your last checks, reds and blues, they're all forward. Yeah, good.
Two pilots, can you confirm we're taxi North Apron?
Speed's looking
Apron,
good.
fire Delta North Apron.
Delta North Apron, thought so, thanks. Golf Charlie Charlie.
I'm covering you just in case, but it's looking great. As we come over, keep it coming down now. Just ease the power back, just gently towards idle, and just don't let it land, but don't pull. Lovely. There we go. I'm travelling your flaps to the takeoff position. Flap set, full power.
So there's two at once there.
Well, hey, off we go.
Lovely.